Mass Gaming. I know my previous video I said I wasn't feeling it for Jimmy, and I was going to think about making another video, but I haven't, and I noticed that I wanted to post more frequently. That's why I said earlier, but I didn't know what video to make. So I'm back on Jimmy. I decided it's one of those times where you just have to say screw it and then do something, and this is one of those times. So we're just back. Hello, this is my brother's home. Perhaps you see him tending the sheep. Yeah, I have to return here from time to time to restock. Since you have been such a loyal customer, I will give you one time special prize. A strange frogman tried to pay with that, and when I told him it was not acceptable currency, he stormed off. Also, I want to thank you for introducing me to Cubans. He brought me so much joy. Here is a little something extra just for you. Hey, is this a Mecha Super Ball? Soon I will set out on the road again, and I am afraid that my journey will take me to dangerous places. This has been weighing on me. I think that is the best. I think that it is best to leave Cubans here. It is hard to imagine life without him now, but if something were to happen to him, I will be quite sad. He will be much happier in a peaceful village such as this. Okay, so since we got the Mecha Ball, well, Mecha, the balance factor it scales is off the scale. 1000 luck base damage. 1000 luck base damage, and not only that. Hold up. Jimmy has the everything bag, which makes item 50% more stronger. So if I make Jimmy use this while having while having the low level goo on, I would get more luck, and oh, that would be quite some damage. So I suggest you get tons of these balls, but they're expensive, so you might go be grinding a lot. So make sure you turn the difficulty to easy if you're trying to get it. Okay, it's Timothy, and I'm gonna talk to him. Oh wait, how much money I have? Well, I do need to buy some new equipment since they don't have any. Okay, Jimmy already had the slingshot. I can get this. Yep, this is much better. Now I'm gonna be trying to find bosses that I can fight. I kind of forgot their locations, but I'll try to find them, and when I do, I'll be recording it. Okay, here's Mr. Marvelous. This is an outrage. I demand to see Mr. Grouse. Why don't you get it? You've already been denied a loan several times. Mr. Grouse has no time for you. I have you know that Mr. Grouse and I go way back. He's one of my closest and dearest friends. Look, Mr. Frog, that's Mr. Marvelous. Whatever. Mr. Grouse made himself clear. You're no longer welcome here or at any other Grouse-owned establishment. Fine, if that's how it is. If that's how it is, then that's how it is. But I just want you to know, my head is filled with marvelous ideas. There's no end to the marvelous things I can accomplish. One day you'll look back at today and think that was the day I insulted the very successful Mr. Marvelous. Yeah, I'm ashamed of who I am. That's my impression of you. I hope that stings. Jimmy, old chum, there's nothing there's nothing the matter here. Nothing the matter at all. Mr. Grouse and I were just finalizing a business transaction. Quite boring, I assure you. When I see you, I just want to talk about more marvelous things. That said, I'm quite busy now. We'll have to catch up another day. Excuse me. Alright, let me go in here. Jimmy, it's been a while. Hey, I almost didn't recognize you. You seem older now, more responsible. I hope that frog didn't cause too much of a scene. You see, Jimmy, there are two kinds of people in the world. There are normal people like you and me, and there are useless people like Mr. Frog. Useless people just exist to drag you down. They never contribute anything to society. They spend all their time asking for handouts and never accomplish anything. Sometimes they literally stink. You don't want to be a useless person, do you, Jimmy? That you should keep reaching for success. Useless people will just bother you, so you don't have so you have to tell them to get lost. It might seem harsh, but it's the only way you can truly be successful. Anyway, I've talked long enough. I don't really have time to visit any further. The upcoming merger is dominating my thoughts right now. I'm sure you can see yourself out. What the big guys say? That stupid frog got slime on my shirt. Mr. Grass is a very busy man. Keep your conversation brief. Alright, let's just continue. If you want to continue with the story, you just go through here. Since Jimmy can't leave without Helga and his family. How long has it been since we had time alone together? Too long. I'm sorry I haven't been around as much. When things got hectic, I tend to retreat to my studies. Well, you better be sorry. You got a lovely wife right here. Yeah, she can support you, you know. I know. There have been advancements in knowledge over the something era, so it's easy to lose myself in that instead of focusing on personal stuff. Well, you should be around when you can, especially now. But I do love how smart you are. You're my favorite something, you know. Do you like me even more than Dr. something? It's nearly as cute as you. I can't even say it, man. Yeah, that's why I don't even bother, because he be saying something that's so complicated for me. I don't even know how to pronounce it. Oh, hey Jimbo. I guess you caught me eavesdropping again. It's easy to do when you're being left out of stuff. I know I'm supposed to be an adult, so I don't like to make waves. But it's hard when you have a sister and she's a big part of your life, and then she doesn't have any time for you anymore. It's dumb and pathetic to care about that, but I can't help how I feel. Oh, there are my boys. Yeah, are you ready to head out? The legs of the ancient giant are to the north. The locals have a legend about how the giant was on a long journey and grew so tired of walking that he took off his own legs. Interesting, isn't it? I can relate. Come on, get out. Okay, since I have the other guys. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna let y'all read this, but I'm not gonna be saying anything. Remember, pause if you think I'm going too fast. Alright. I give Lars nunchucks. Okay, nope, nope. I'll sell this. Nope, nope, nope. I just want to keep these just for specific reasons because they have special effects. This one slows enemies with normal attacks. This one has a chance to stun enemies. Also, the ones that doesn't have special effects with it. I think I should sell this because, you know, the yo-yo gave me a better buff, or whatever it was. I'm keeping this because it shoots all enemies. And this is when I need to kill a rag ghost. Because, see that agility? That's what you want. Now, I can only give it to one person. So I'm giving it to Helga, since Lars is a tank. So he already got a lot of defense. I mean, look at him. 80 defense. While the others aren't even close to it. No, wait, it wasn't this one. Here we go. So if you do it right there, he'll break that. Now you just go back down here. Do this again. And now you can go in here and click this. Snap. So basically you gotta click these cubes, and if you collect the cubes you'll be able to access the door. Okay, so here we go. Remember what I said in my last Jimmy in the Pulsating Mass video. The one fish are immune to physical attacks, so you gotta use magical attacks, and two fish is immune to magical attacks, so you gotta use physical attacks. To tell which one they are, just see if it says physical or not. Okay, he's about to do something dangerous. So I got a block. Okay, so 1, 2. That's one attack. 2 attack. Freeze him. Then kill him. Now before I go any further, okay, I'm at normal mode. I always try and make sure just so I don't easily gain XP unless I'm trying to grind. Because basically, here's all I'm gonna say. If you're stuck at something at normal level, then go back out, grind up some enemies on easy. Then use the extra money you got from the enemy, since it doubles money as well, to buy some better equipment, and then go back to the fight you were losing and try to beat them on normal mode again. Yeah. If you keep dying even though you're trying your best, then do easy mode. And if that's not working, keep grinding up until you're pretty much overpowered, than the boss. I don't want it. I wanted to switch to the ghost. Sorry if that sounded loud. I hit my mic. I wanted to use the ghost so I can use combust, but I can't. Well, I'm gonna have to use his thermal bomb, because I'm just telling y'all guys, y'all do not know how good the thermal bomb is unless you tried it. It literally almost killed that guy. Okay, now after this, I'm going to start skipping the fights. Now I hope that I don't. It took me a while to get my other Jimmy and the Pulsating Mass video done, so that's I'm trying to make sure I don't accidentally misinput the stop button. Okay, that's one. Alright. I'm very paranoid, guys. I'm sorry, but sometimes this happens when I don't even know it. I wish there was like some kind of notification that pops up each time something happens within it. And right now I'm trying to get Jimmy's vampire to a better level. If I see one my imagination is on low level, I'll try my best to get him up to the others. Ugolate. Kill the block, then freeze him. Wait, was I playing that one? Yeah, I was. Sorry, I forgot to pause it right there. Anything here? And all my HP got healed. Plus I also got a third eye. Oh my gosh. Why am I so paranoid? Okay, so this will increase my his magic attack by 15, but it will also decrease his magic defense and his defense by 5. And I'm taking that. I mean, 15 just to lose 5 magic defense and defense. That's a steal. And plus, since I gave him one of the most OP skills in the game. You gonna have to be kidding me if you don't think I'm gonna try to give him a magic build. Ugh. I'm just gonna be poofing out there. When you go through doors, once the exclamation mark comes in, you won't have to fight and it'll reset, which is really cool. Nope. Clean getaway. Okay, since I broke that, I can only fall down. My bad for doing that, but there is a way to get across it. Just pick the red bell squawker. I don't know why I saying that, man. It's just so funny when you try to make it sound like that. Oh my gosh. Oh. At times like this, you just gotta be stupid sometimes, just make yourself laugh. And that's how I always am. Anyway, so we just get the orb right there, quick and easy. Boom. You got that. Ooh. Master Criminal Pickpocket Handbook. It will increase steal chance by 10%. Which means if I use this in Master Criminal, that will increase it by a lot. It won't be 100%, but it will be a good percentage. Hold up, guys. Hold on, I'm gonna pause the video real quick. Okay, so it turns out that I had to get the cube from over here. I just realized that I've actually picked up a chest, and I forgot to come back and get it. Well, here it is. And that will open up the next door. I gotta fight these guys. I'll go back and fight them just so I can get some more experience and get some money so I can buy some stuff, like more, so I can buy more items so I can keep myself alive. There's this really annoying fight, and I just tell you, it is annoying. It is annoying. Okay, so before I go to the other leg, I am going to collect the stuff in here. There's one, and get this toy box. To easily skip the turn, all you gotta do is just click right. There's the other orb. You know, I think it's better to just skip the battle scene entirely. Now be mindful, it will lag. I don't know if I cut myself off right there, but be mindful that this game will lag while I'm recording, so you will see some glitches here and there. Okay, hold up. Alright, now we're at the world's library. Now unfortunately you can't get down from here, but you can however go through this other leg elevator, this one right here, but it will take you down straight all the way down, and you can't go back up. You have to get back in here the other way. So I'm going to pause the video right here, do some fighting, and I'll try to see if there's any bosses that I can fight. Okay guys, I'm back after my long grind. Going back on normal mode. Okay, so I got them at level 30. Let me see if I'm recording this. Yes, I got them at level 30. Yeah. So now we continue. So now I'm in here. Oh, a boy, how happy the queen would be. Oh, but first, you'll play with me. Greedy me. You like riddles, yes? My riddle are the best. Here's a fun one. What weighs more, a pound of feathers or a pound of dogs? I'm afraid you're wrong. This word is decidedly a world of black and white. You're either wrong or you're right. In this case, I'm afraid you're clearly not right. You're wrong. A pound is a pound, you see. If you were to chop up the dogs into little cubes of meat and measure out a pound, that pound will weigh the same as a pound of feathers. I hope you understand how wrong you are. I'm afraid that right things get rewarded and wrong things get punished. That's the rule here. Well, one of them, but probably the most important. And I'm afraid that you're wrong, Jimmy. Very wrong and unnaturally in this place. And you'll have to be punished before you can see the queen. Okay, so he dropped me down here. Now you can see a live buddy got his head impaled. So there's some enemies. Now this guy is let's say he's a douche. Alright, he has a card that can instant kill your teammates. But there's one good thing about it. It can also instant kill him or his teammates. So make sure you don't use Udulate, so Lars don't get hit by it. But he also have a card that can he also has a card that can heal people, and he just killed Jimmy. And see, that was the car that heals people. I can't go over there, so I have to go over here. There we go. Good. Oh, screw you. Okay, I'm just gonna stop this. I'm about to grind up of. Actually, you know what? No. Okay, so never mind. I'm not gonna do any grinding. I already did plenty. Today. I'll try that another time, or find another boss to fight. So I hope you guys liked the video, and I will continue on Jimmy another time. I'll see you guys later. Please like and subscribe, and see you later.